Feats of Clay is the 44th episode of the first season of Sabrina the Animated Series, and I quite enjoyed this one. Well, I think I did. The narrative was okay, the execution was pretty good, but I love the message, and there's one quote in particular that I want to share, but I'll save the quote for the end, just in case you don't want any spoiler details to begin with. Harvey is obsessed with a martial arts film actor called Devin DeGaulle. And he's so obsessed to the point where he's kind of neglecting his friendship with Sabrina. He's not doing activities that he might otherwise do because of this obsession. Honestly, I feel it. I can relate, Harvey. I can definitely relate. And Sabrina decides to use magic to show Harvey that Devin DeGaulle is just a normal person. And she does so by using her magic to make the next film that he's in, filming in Greendale. And Harvey slowly realizes that he's just a regular guy. But other things happen as well. There's actually a little bit more to it than that. But I won't say any more than that. I will share the quote in a moment. But I think it's a brilliant narrative. I think it's very well executed in some ways. There were other times when I felt like maybe some scenes were not that interesting, which is why I said I think I enjoyed it. I certainly really enjoyed bits of it. Other parts were not so bad. I didn't dislike any of it. And obviously the animation quality is really good. The involvement of Chloe and Quigley. I really liked Quigley in this one. I won't say exactly why, but Quigley was brilliant as a budding actor. Let's put it that way. And I thought it worked well. I can't fault it. Sure, there were some scenes that maybe weren't quite as interesting as some others. But in general, I thought Feats of Clay was a good story and addresses a topic that I think many of us, myself included, can do well to experience. And I will now share the quote because I thought it was short and sweet and powerful. And this is a quote that Sabrina says, I think towards the end. And she says, "When you put people on pedestals, they're bound to fall off." I love that. I absolutely love that. It's not unusual for people to put somebody on a pedestal. I've done it many, many, many times, and I'm sure I will continue to do it until the end of time. But it's nice to be reminded that people will fall off. People aren't perfect. Somebody might not be this perfect person that you think they are, but in a way that's a good thing because they're human, they're real, they're genuine. And I think that's better than somebody seemingly being perfect. And I think it's a really brilliant quote, and I rather liked it. So definitely some really good parts to this episode. Ultimately, a good story, well executed. Maybe not the most engaging all of the way through, but in general, I thought Feats of Clay was pretty good.